So this N8N agent will help you to fill up the calendar while you sleep. Let's get into the workflow. I just did this within 3 notes. So let's try to execute the workflow and see if I get the call from the agent. Executing workflow and just checking up on my phone. So it ran with I'm getting the call.
Hi, David. This is Alex from Limitless Growth. I hope I'm not texting you at a bad time. I'm reaching out because I noticed you're the owner of Total Comfort Thing. You have 3 minutes for a quick conversation.
I hope so.
Thanks, David. I appreciate you taking the time. To make sure this is relevant, can I ask, what's your biggest challenge right now when it comes to managing your team, scheduling, and keeping up with customer total comfort?
So my biggest challenge is to lead management.
That makes a lot of sense, David. Lead management is a common challenge, especially in the HVAC space, where quick response times can make a big. Can I ask how you're currently handling incoming leads and making sure none slip through? Are you using any specific tools, or is it more of a manual process?
It's manual process right now.
Thanks for sharing that, David. Managing leads manually can definitely get overwhelming, especially as your business grows. You could design the ideal solution for it.
So this is how the agent is fed. Uh, it will ask a lot of questions before the workflow with. Let's start the workflow. I have the sheets here, and which has 3 records. I wanted to call all 3 people for just to test if this works or not. And then this the main thing that comes here is the HTTP and set up voice agent there. Back to the Retell AI. Just go to the retellai.com and log in with your details. Then get back, create agent. We need a voice agent. Just click on the voice agent, blank. You can see here there are multiple agents, conversation flow agent, single prompt, multi-prompt, and the custom LLM. But at the moment, we need single prompt agent. Click on that and start from the blank. Or if you want, you can use the predefined templates like notification and the healthcare in. I wanted the blank one. Click on create. It will create a new template for us. Now you can see here, you can change the name, whatever you want to use. And then here there is an agent ID, the cost per minute and the latency, and then go back. So we're starting from getting to know about what LLM GPT 4.1 that I'm using that costs 0.045 per minute, which is higher. And you can have multiple options here. And you have multiple options here, GPT 4.1, Mini, Nano, and you can have Gemini 2.4, Gemini 2.0, Gemini 2.0 flashlight, which is cheaper. You can choose whatever LLM you want to use. And other than that, there are if you want, you can use the custom voice as well. Then you can use whatever language you want to use. There are multilinguals and many other languages. Currently, I'm using English. And coming to the prompt, this is the most important thing that one needs to be focused on. For example, I have created an outbound agent. Let's get back to my agent and check what works. Here, outbound sales agent prompt, in which we need to give the identity and the role for the agent. You can see here, you are Alex, a professional sales representative for Limitless Era. You're making outbound calls to potential clients to introduce your solutions and qualify them as leads. You should be confident, helpful, and consultative in your approach. So this is how we need to define the role. And then conversation structure. It's better if we give the conversation structure to the agent so that it will sounds like a human. For example, it should be opening an introduction starts like hi first name. This selects from the limitless era. So this is how it's going to start the introduction and then permission to continue. Then the second point is permission to continue on the rapport building, and then discovery questions like what are the biggest challenges with the pain points right now, and follow-up questions, value propositions, next steps, and qualification. guidelines and objection handling and do's and don'ts, key summary metrics and key success metrics, conversation flow summary. It has the agent is fed up with a lot of knowledge base, and you can see here your primary goal is to qualify the leads, build relationships, not to sell on the first call, which is a basic sales thing, and focus on understanding their needs and providing a value. Successful call is one where you both learn something valuable. You can see here the agent is clearly had a good knowledge base. And the next thing you should focus on the functions. Here, functions is nothing but uh, giving the capabilities to the agent, for example, to end the call, to transfer the call, create bookings, schedule appointments. So all these things, just go to just go to add and click on whatever he wants to do. For example, I use end call option. The agent will end the call automatically after the conversation has been completed, and then transfer call is to transfer the call to the human agent. Whenever the agent can't able to handle, it will transfer to the human agent. And you can add the knowledge base document, speech settings, then transcription settings like remove noise, background speech, optimize for the accuracy, then call settings as well. You should use the timeout. The AI will respond if no keypad input is detected within set time. And end call on silence, which is very important if you want to stay without credits. If the agent didn't get any reply from the customer till 10 minutes, then it will detect as silence and then cut the call. Then we have the post call analysis, security, and fallback settings and webhook settings, which can be used for the inbound sales agent. Retell AI has fed up with all the necessary and the advanced features that are required. I'm going to use some phone. You can test them. So the next thing is to go to Retell AI documentation. So if you want to use this in HTTP request, we need to go to the Retell AI documentation, what it says to create a call. Just go back to the API reference. And you can see here, create a phone call, create a new outbound phone call. This is the endpoint that we need to create this agent. CURL, this is the most important thing. You just need to copy this and paste it in the CURL that you see in the N8N. You don't need to fill all the details. Just go back to N8N and import CURL and copy here. Just click on the import. That's it. This all will be visible here. And you just need to add your API key. Where do you find your API key? Just go back to the Retell AI and go to the dashboard and click on keys. N8N. I just created an N8N API key. You just click on add key, and the JSON is very important here. So body is the most valuable thing here. You need to have the from number. This number came from the Retell AI. We just go to the phone numbers and click on plus icon and create. Has to have one phone number. So it's $2. $2. It costs $2 for me. Then the provider is Telnex. Whenever you go to the advanced level with Retell AI, you'll get from the Twilio. So I just took the phone number from here and just pasting here. And the two numbers should be the customer's number. You can drag and drop from here. But I'm using my phone number just to confirm the test. LLM dynamic variables can be customer name, first name, last name, title, and the company, and required that that are required for your business. And the last thing is the agent ID. You can find the agent ID, get back to the Retell AI and go back to the agents, your agent. You can find at the top left here, just copy this agent ID and paste over here. That's all you need to do. Focus on this customer name, first name. This should be same in the brackets. Here, for example, you can see the flower brackets first name. Hi curly bracket. So the first name here should matches in the Retell AI. Otherwise, it should not. Otherwise, it won't call the customer name. So it will call as hi brackets first name. So if that don't want to happen, and you need to maintain the same here and there. This is the agent that I have created. And you can go to the Retell AI documentation. In this way, you're creating an outbound agent. Just try this workflow and tell me in the comments how does this work for you for your business. Thank you.